Here is a simple fact. In 1970, a movie ticket cost about $1.05. Today, that same ticket costs around $15. The movie did not get better. You are just paying more money for the same thing. That is inflation. Inflation means prices go up over time. When inflation is happening, your dollar buys less than it used to. A dollar in 1970 could buy a lot more than a dollar today. This is not an accident. It does not just happen randomly. There are clear reasons why prices rise. Once you understand those reasons, inflation makes complete sense. Let us back up for 1 second. Every country has a central bank. In the United States, it is called the Federal Reserve. In Canada, it is the Bank of Canada. These banks control how much money exists in the economy. When the government needs money, it can borrow it. The central bank can create new money to lend. This is sometimes called printing money, though today it is mostly done digitally. Here is the key point. The more money that exists, the less each dollar is worth. Think about it this way. Imagine there are 10 people in a room. There are 10 apples and $10. Each apple costs $1. Now someone prints 10 more dollars. Now there are $20, but still only 10 apples. Each apple now costs $2. The apples did not change. The money changed. This is one of the main causes of inflation. There are 3 causes you need to know. Cause 1. Too much money chasing too few goods. This is what we just talked about. When a government creates a lot of new money without creating more goods and services, prices go up. Too many dollars are chasing too few things to buy. This happened in the United States during the COVID-19 pandemic. The government sent out stimulus checks and pumped trillions of dollars into the economy. At the same time, factories were shut down and supply chains were broken. More money. Fewer goods. Prices went up fast. Cause 2. Higher costs. To make things. This is called cost-push inflation. When it costs more to make a product, companies charge you more to buy it. For example, if oil prices go up, it costs more to ship products. It costs more to run factories. It costs more to heat buildings. All of those extra costs get passed down to you, the buyer. In 2022, energy prices spiked after Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia is a major supplier of oil and natural gas. Less supply, higher prices. Those higher energy costs pushed up prices on almost everything. Cause 3. People expect prices to rise, so they do. This one sounds strange, but it is real. It is called expectations-driven inflation. Here is how it works. Workers expect prices to rise, so they ask for higher wages. Companies give them higher wages, but now their costs are higher, so they raise prices. Because prices went up, workers ask for higher wages again. The cycle keeps going. Expectations become self-fulfilling. If everyone believes prices will go up, they behave in ways that make prices go up. Economists do not just guess at inflation, they measure it. The most common tool in the United States is the Consumer Price Index, or CPI. The government tracks the prices of a basket of goods and services that typical families buy. Things like food, rent, gas, clothing, and medical care. Every month, they check what that basket costs. If the basket costs more than last month, that is inflation. In Canada, they use the same method. Statistics. Canada tracks the CPI and reports it monthly. The Federal Reserve has a target inflation rate of 2% per year. That means they think 2% inflation is healthy. Not too much, not too little. Why is some inflation okay? Because it encourages people to spend and invest now rather than wait. If you know your money will be worth less next year, you use it today. That keeps the economy moving. When inflation goes too high, it becomes a serious problem. Your paycheck buys less. Even if you get a raise, if inflation is higher than your raise, you are actually losing ground. You have more dollars but less buying power. Savings lose value. Money sitting in a bank account earning 1% interest is losing value if inflation is 7%. Businesses struggle to plan. If prices are jumping fast and unpredictably, companies do not know what to charge, what to pay workers, or whether to invest in new equipment. The worst version of high inflation is called hyperinflation. This is when prices rise so fast that money becomes nearly worthless. It happened in Zimbabwe in the 2000s. Inflation reached 79.6 billion% per month in November 2008. People needed wheelbarrows of cash to buy a loaf of bread. The Zimbabwean dollar was eventually abandoned. It also happened in Germany in the 1920s. After World War I, Germany printed enormous amounts of money to pay its debts. Prices doubled every few days. A loaf of bread that cost 250 marks in January 1923 cost 200 billion marks by November 1923. The main tool to fight inflation is interest rates. When the central bank raises interest rates, borrowing money becomes more expensive. Mortgages cost more. Car loans cost more. Business loans cost more. When borrowing is expensive, people borrow less. They spend less. Demand drops. When fewer people are buying things, sellers cannot keep raising prices. Inflation slows down. This is exactly what the Federal Reserve did in 2022 and 2023. Inflation in the US hit 9.1% in June 2022, the highest in 40 years. The Fed raised interest rates 11 times between March 2022 and July 2023, bringing rates from near zero to over 5%. It worked. By mid-2023, inflation had dropped back toward 3%. But there is a trade-off. High interest rates also slow down the whole economy. Businesses invest less. Some people lose jobs. If the central bank raises rates too much, it can cause a recession, a period where the economy shrinks. This balancing act is one of the hardest jobs in economics. Here is the practical part. If inflation is running at 4% and your savings account pays 1%, you are losing 3% of your buying power every year. After 10 years, your savings buys significantly less than it does today. This is why many people invest. Stocks, real estate, and other assets have historically grown faster than inflation over long periods of time. They are not guaranteed, but they are how people try to protect their money. Wages matter too. Workers who do not get raises that match inflation are taking a pay cut in real terms, even if their paycheck number goes up slightly. Understanding inflation helps you make better decisions about saving, spending, and negotiating your salary. Let us put it all together. Inflation means prices rise over time. Your dollar buys less. It is caused by too much money chasing too few goods, higher costs to produce things, and people's expectations. It is measured by tools like the Consumer Price Index. Low, steady inflation around 2% is normal and okay. High inflation hurts everyone. Hyperinflation is catastrophic. Governments fight inflation by raising interest rates, which slows borrowing and spending. You protect yourself by understanding it, investing wisely, and making sure your income keeps up. Inflation is not random. It follows rules. Now you know the rules.